Hey everyone, my name's Adam Archer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the LA Police Gear Survival Grenade. I also have my camera set up in a little bit of a different way, so let me know if you like this, kind of a face-down view, or if you like the look how I have been doing, kind of like you're sitting at the other side of the table and I'm showing it to you, more like this versus a face-down. So let me know what you think about the view as well as this product. Now, this is a product I was sent by LA Police Gear for review. I did specifically request it, so I thought it was a product that looked very unique. So in this video, I'll take it apart, talk a little bit about the pieces, and then I'll probably in a separate video go out in the woods and kind of show how I would use each, or the actual usage of these. I'll still be talking about how I would use it in this video. So this does have 15 essential items for survival, as it says on the back. To go over the coloration, so this is, I believe, the gray, and then you can get these in a few different colors. I was thinking these would be absolutely fantastic for like a stocking stuffer for Christmas or something like that. It is just a very cool thing that you may be able to throw onto a backpack or something. So let's start unraveling this. I don't know how long it's going to take. Looks like it is a Cobra stitch on there, but it is very packed in terms of how tight that stitching is. I don't know if I had already mentioned, these do come in a few different colors. There's army, black, covert green, gray, and pink. So whatever color you like. So let's just dig into this. If it takes too long to unravel, we will do a fast forward or something like that. So let's start. Let's see, we are 2 minutes 20 seconds in. So I think we start off with pulling that. And one of the ideas that I'm thinking is maybe we can unravel this bottom part first, slide out the survival kit, and we'll be able to keep some of this still intact. So one of the things I've noticed is, well, yeah, when they burnt the ends, kind of latches on. There we go. Okay. So this is definitely a Cobra stitch. So in case you are wanting to retie this, you probably won't be able to tie it as tight or anything, but it is possible to add back on. You can see it does have the compass on top, as well as a carabiner and the whistle on the outside, so you can actually use those without having to unravel this. So it does look like you have to go through the top layer before being able to take out the survival kit. You may be able to, oh well, you may actually be able to get into there without completely unraveling it. I'm actually going to completely unravel it just so you guys know how long it takes. So, there we go. This part's going to be a little bit difficult because the burnt or the melted ends are going to be somewhat hard. Oh, they're not actually too hard to get through the compass. Just have to push them down, and you got it. There we go. And we got the compass off of there. You can see that it is going towards north. Not the quickest compass, but it does function. So maybe a good backup compass. I know when people get lost, they start not trusting their compass, so it's best to carry two compasses, because people are much more likely to trust if there is a second verification, and you won't get lost as easily that way. Okay. This is supposed to be, I think, 12 feet or 9 feet of paracord. So you do get a good amount of paracord on this in case you are wanting to, well, you'll probably need that to make a shelter or something like that, as well as it does have the inner strands of the paracord still intact. So you'll be able to use those also for fishing line or to help build your shelter. So there we go. And at least at this point you could take the survival kit out. Maybe a little bit difficult if your hands were cold, but it's just a little bit of a process of removing this. And we're almost done. Can actually take that out and just finish off this last little piece to unwrap it. And that is all one long strand of paracord, so no cuts, no breaks. You'll be able to get the full 9 feet, except for the whistle. That's its own little piece. And we'll just keep this attached to the carabiner for now. In the case that you are wanting to keep this separate when you're using the survival kit, or you want to keep the paracord when you're using the survival kit, you have that right there. So let's put that to the side, and you have the compass. Put that to the side. Okay, so we have a little aluminum foil packet. I did forget to mention that I weighed all of this prior, and it weighed 2.5 ounces. So let's see if we can find the opening on this. There we go. We do want to try to keep the aluminum in a little bit of good condition because we can actually use that. Well, it's pretty thin aluminum. I was going to say you can use that as a base when trying to start a fire to keep the your tinder off of the wet ground. You can kind of set that down, start your fire on top of it, but it's a little bit light, may not be able to do that. Okay, and we have all of the goodies here. So we have a little Ziploc bag right here full of some stuff. Looks like that may be the fishing kit right there. We have, let's just go through this. Okay. So first off, we have this. This is, I believe, the razor blade, which I actually keep one of these in my main survival kit. Let's see if we can open that. And this is an actual scalpel blade right there. So I'll show you one version of a handle that people use for these. And I actually use this Havalon, which uses a scalpel blade, has that same little cut in it. Very nice. I would not use it on its own. I'd actually make a little bit of a handle for it. You just basically cut a little slot into a stick, use some of the inner strands of the paracord to wrap it and keep it in that slot, as well as maybe put some pine tar inside so that it just keeps that hooked onto the wooden handle. And then you have a little scalpel on a handle. That's what I would recommend rather than trying to use this on its own to either prepare fish or something like that. So that would be my recommendation. And that comes in that little paper. We have some stainless steel wire, it appears. So in case you're wanting to make some traps, or you're wanting to maybe use this as some lashing to make a shelter. Let's see what it says exactly on here, and if it says how long. So, no, it just says iron wire. So we have some iron wire that can be very useful. It does look like it's pretty flexible, so you should be able to use that as some snare material. You have 2 pins, or safety pins. Those would be nice. I actually do not keep these in my own survival kit, so it would be interesting to see what people can really use these for. I know some people make fishing hooks out of them, but we actually have some fishing hooks in here, so not really sure. Should be interesting to see what people recommend using these for, and I may actually add them to my main survival kit. That's interesting. We have a large pin with a little protector on there. So if you're needing to fix any of your clothing that maybe has ripped, or maybe some emergency stitching, not something I would personally do, but there you go. I don't have one of these in my main kit either. Maybe I'll add one. You can actually, a lot of times these are actually magnetized slightly, so you may be able to make a makeshift compass out of it as well, although it does have a compass. Maybe this could be the backup. Basically, you could put it on a leaf in some water and it should point north. If it's magnetized, I don't know if it is. Let's see. What's something that, another piece of metal. No, it's not too magnetized. Maybe you can magnetize that first. Next we have, I don't know what this is. Oh, it is a flint, or a piece of mesh metal. Let's see what they call it here. They call it number 6. It's the flint rod. Yep. So when you're wanting to start a fire, you can use either, I would recommend the back of this, well, it isn't working with the back of the blade, but you can create sparks. This is going to destroy the top of the blade, but, well, there we go. Just had to scrape past that coating. Let's see if there's anything else to scrape this. I think they had like a little saw type thing, maybe? No. But yeah, you're going to need to use the blade for that. Just scrape past that coating. There we go. So, don't want to ruin this table. But there you go. There is the flint rod. Pretty nice size, especially for a small survival kit like this. Now, one of the things I'm thinking is going to be very useful is this fishing kit, because when I was looking at what was included, it seemed like a pretty decent amount of stuff to be able to at least go fishing. Now, let's take a look at the fishing stuff first. So we have the fishing line. That's actually a decent amount of fishing line, more than I was expecting to get. So that'll definitely be nice. One of the things that you'll be able to do with this kit is actually create basically a cane pole. So just get a long stick, tie the fishing line on the end, and you'll be able to catch some fish that way. So I'm going to try and make a video using this to catch some fish in the future. So we have fishing line. We have some, it looks like 2 hooks that, two different size hooks that are already on some line. So you can hook those up easily. We have 2 swivels right there. 2 weights. Yeah, I think those will be useful, especially when you are using kind of a, I guess sometimes call them hobo fishing poles, that will be useful. We have some small weights, so you're not going to be catching some huge fish. That will be useful. I think this is some paper. I don't think. Let's see. Is there anything in there? Oh. Oh, directions. How to use the swivels. That's neat. Right here. Oh, we have what looks to be a little shrimp lure. So in case you can't find any worms or anything, you can use the little shrimp lure. Some fire tinder. Nice, that will keep it nice and dry with it being in this bag, even though it will probably be water. Well, it was in a bag, so that will definitely stay dry when you are needing it. So, very nice there. And I believe this may be some, I think this is all aluminum foil. Very nice. So, I guess you don't need to keep this aluminum foil. You can actually use this. And it has multiple uses. If you're wanting to start a fire, it's good to start a fire on this, because it keeps you off the wet ground, or it keeps the fire off the wet ground, makes it a little bit quicker and easier to start a fire. You can also make a makeshift bowl in case you're needing to boil water or cook. So that is pretty nice. And looks like you get a good amount of it too. Yeah. So, there we go. And if you actually catch something, you can put it in this aluminum foil to cook it if you were wanting. Let's get that out of frame because it was messing with the camera. And lastly, it looks like we have a alcohol pad. So this will be good for disinfecting maybe a wound if you get bit by something. I would probably use it as a fire starter. Alcohol burns extremely well, so use that. Easy to catch on fire. So there we go. That is the survival kit, or the LA Police Gear Survival Grenade. Pretty cool. Has 15 different items in it. So here is the back of it in case you were wanting to see. Oh, there's the back of it. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's pretty cool, especially as a gift idea. It can be really hard to find outdoorsy type gifts for under $10. So I think this is definitely a good idea for if you know somebody that is into the outdoors. So there you go. Thank you for watching, and have a fantastic day. I'll try to get a video out actually showing showing me using these products, because a lot of them on their own may not be able to be used as easily, such as this razor blade, but with a little bit of knowledge, such as being able to put a handle on this, it actually becomes a very useful item. So there you go. Thank you for watching again. Have a great day.